Hey, yo, it's your boy Post. You're now tuned in to hoodactionnews.com. So let me get my mic set up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, yo. So as you can see on the screen, Miami Rolex robbers. So as you can see on my screen, the lead story is going to be Miami Rolex robbers. Now, self-explanatory. So Miami Rolex robbers, self-explanatory. I ain't gonna put no glasses on today. Should I put my shades on? I ain't gonna put no shades on today. A lot of times the reason I put shades on, I got show lights. The show lights are show lights. They bright, they be in your eyes. So sometimes I put glasses on. I'm gonna drink some water today. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Yesterday I didn't drink no water. I was about to pass out on camera. I'm definitely gonna drink water today. Now, Miami Rolex robbers. So a lot of y'all like to go to Miami. You know, you like to go down there, get cheap hotels. You know what you do in Miami. You know what I mean? Now, let me ask you a question. Is Miami actually the place where you want to go flex? So is Miami the place where you really want to go flex out here? You know what I mean? Or are you going to be a target? So is Miami the place where you really want to go flex, or are you going to be a target? No department store. Are you a target? No department store. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all, when you going in Miami flexing rollies, I got the Apple Watch. A lot of y'all, when you go to Miami flexing Rolexes and you want to flex and all of that, after you look at this, you gonna realize that you a target, no department store. You know what I'm saying? Super target. So you got the. It don't matter if you got the plain Jane Rolly or the bust down. You a target. You know what I'm saying? Get my mic right. You're gonna hear the mic sound. Woof, 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 woof. There we go. Make sure you can hear me. Yo, 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 yo. Now look, as you can see on my screen, right? I got some people on my screen. Now, these are the same people that I put right here. Super guerrilla tactics are about to go down. You know what I'm saying? So, super guerrilla robberies. So, this some street shit right here. Y'all wonder where Rolexes. Now, the person on the right, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't know if that's a man or a woman or what, but all I know is they robbing people. They robbing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't like to judge people on the way they look, but my man on the left, listen, I don't like to judge people on the way they look, but my man on the left absolutely got that robber glare in his eye. I don't know if you ever been robbed before or you ever put it like this. I don't know if you ever known people that rob people, but he got that robber glare in his eye. 100. Like I know he did it. He got that glare. Look, my man, he just got that glare in his eye. So I could look at him and tell he about to rob somebody. You know what I'm saying?
The two accused of going on a stealing spree before getting caught. Hello again, everybody. Time's up.
Police say they're greed for pricey timepieces left victims in fear for their lives. 7's Jessica Holly is live in Miami Beach with more on this crime spree. Jessica.
Police say each time their work started at the club, watching people leaving and looking for expensive watches on their wrists. Then they would follow them home and pick just the right time to make their move. This pair is out of business. Miami Beach police announcing the end of a crime spree with the arrests of 30-year-old Dwight Gustave and 41-year-old Andrea Banks.
These two individuals not only preyed on victims who were leaving nightclubs, but specifically preyed on individuals with high-end watches.
My man, my man, I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. My man got the super proper Carlton Banks voice. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just funny. Like if he pick up the phone, you don't think it's a brother.
7 News at 4:30.
First at 4:30, investigators calling this duo Rolex robbers, the two accused of going on a stealing spree before getting caught. Hello again, everybody. Time's up.
Police say they're greed for pricey timepieces left
Time's
victims
up.
in fear for their lives. 7's Jessica Holly is live in Miami Beach with more on this crime spree. Jessica.
Police say each time their work started at the club, watching people leaving and looking for expensive watches on their wrists. Then they would follow them home.
Yo, pay attention to this. She said their work started at the club. Just yesterday on my live, I told you I don't go to clubs. It says it in the thumbnail. I don't go to clubs. So this is one reason why right here. But if I go to a club, you follow me from the club, you're gonna get shot. But let's go to the story.
The right time to make their move. This pair is out of business. Miami Beach police announcing the end of a crime spree with the arrests of 30-year-old Dwight Gustave and 41-year-old Andrea Banks.
These two individuals not only preyed on victims who were leaving nightclubs, but specifically preyed on individuals with high-end watches.
Investigators say early Sunday they followed a couple home from a Miami club. As the victims hopped out of an Uber along the Venetian Causeway in Miami Beach, they were robbed of a purse and a $200,000 watch. Neighbors hearing all about it.
It's truly incredible. You know, you wouldn't expect it in a neighborhood like this.
Police say the pair also targets visitors. Monday morning, following a couple of guys leaving Live nightclub back to their hotel in the 4,000 block of Collins. As they were sitting outside, both had their watches stolen. One of them hit over the head with a gun. The victims in this case, music producers from Texas. Their pricey timepieces prominently displayed on Instagram. Police say Gustave and Banks are tied to two other robberies in the first weekend of August. One along the 1800.
Now listen. When I first looked at this, right? Obviously the two robbers are black, right? In my mind, I thought they were robbing black dudes. I don't know why I thought they were robbing black dudes. You know what I'm saying? But the dudes that these people are robbing aren't even black. Now I'm just giving you my honest assessment, right? I didn't look at this until now. I thought the people, for some reason, I thought they were robbing black people, right? So they robbing. Now they're preying on the weak. Not saying if you're not black that you're weak, but a lot of times, y'all non-black people aren't really that street smart. Like you shouldn't have to be street smart, is what I'm trying to say. You should be able to just buy your stuff and enjoy your watch and society stuff you work hard for. Now, you got to know if you a non-black rapper, let me tell you something right now. Let me go back. Look at my man right here, right? You got to know for y'all non-black rappers. Now, if you Latino, I'm not talking to you. Like if you know what I'm saying, if you Spanish, you Latino, I'm not talking to you. Because we're gonna lump you in with us. But listen, For y'all non-black rappers out there, you got to know that soon as you say you a rapper, that you a target. You a target, no department store. You know what I'm saying? So for y'all non-black rappers out there, see my man right there? When the dude, listen, now I want you to pay attention to these two pictures. I want you to pay attention to these two pictures. This is very important, right? This is super important. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna put this on the screen. Look at this picture right here, and then look at this picture right here. You are food. You see what I'm saying? Look at my man to the left. You are super food. You know what I'm saying? You super food. Like just your body language. I could see that you food. You know what I'm saying? And these are gorillas right here. These are gorillas right here. You are super food. You know what I'm saying? These robbery gorillas, street gorillas, they prey on the weak. And they do this in every city. They prey on the weak. Now I'm gonna go back to my man. Does my man look like somebody that if you want to rob, you can rob 100%? Now you can't underestimate people. You don't never want to underestimate nobody, but this dude looks like food. Fruit roll up. Go get him. Sick him. Sick him. You know what I'm saying? Sick 'em, boys. Like, so you can't put yourself in this position, right? Now, I'm not saying that people are robbing people are right. You can't put yourself in this position, right? You got your tux on and all of that. Under that tux, you should have a nice big old gun or at least some type of little handgun or something like that. Wearing the watch comes with the gun. Like it's it's like underwear and socks. If you got your watch on, your gun is on. You know what I'm saying? It should come automatically. Now, let me ask you this. On a live yesterday, I told y'all that in Philly, if I take my grandma to the supermarket, I got a license to carry. I got my gun on me when we go to the store. Like it is what it is. Like I got a license to carry. If I had to just to take my grandma around Philly, if I had to wear my gun and my license to carry, you think if I got a rollie on, I gotta have my gun? You think? So this dude was food. You know what I'm saying? Was he lunch? Was he dinner? My man was brunch. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta see the robbery coming before it even comes.
Displayed on Instagram. Police say Gustave and Banks are tied to two other robberies.
Like, look at my look. Listen, if this dude is in a lineup, now this chick she's the accessory. This dude is in a lineup. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, he did it. That's him right there.
In the first weekend of August, one along the 1800 block of Collins Avenue, the other in Miami.
These two are repeat offenders. They're experienced in what they do, and they're very, very precise in who they target, exactly what they want to steal, and they execute it at any means possible.
Gustave was released from state prison in May, and both he and Banks were on probation leading up to their arrests.
We urge anyone with any information or any other victims to come forward so that we can also hold these individuals accountable for those crimes as well.
Police say when they searched Gustave's home, they found more than $170,000 in stolen valuables.
Damn.
If you think you were a victim, you need to reach out to Miami Beach.
Damn, they professional robbers. Listen, they wasn't playing with y'all, man. Now, I want to see something. Let me find something for y'all. Hold up. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it.
The night out turning into a terrifying situation. New video just into the newsroom
All
showing
right,
an armed
this
suspect
what
in
I
action.
so
Police say those
look.
victims were targeted for their expense.
This what I was looking for. So the first video I played, I actually thought it was this video. But listen, so if you just joining in, I'm showing you a couple videos on these Miami Rolex robbers. Now, I'm gonna put this on the screen so we can restart this one. These two are the Miami Rolex robbers, right? The lady on the right, she's like an accessory. She was setting it up, casing the joint. The super thug, you know what I'm saying? Gorilla robber, murdering gorilla on the left is the dude that I'm going to show you in the video. Now, I just showed you the actual victims that got robbed. My man looked like he was food from the jump. Not saying you should go rob people, but my man definitely looked like he was food for this dude to rob, is what I'm trying to say. Now, look at what look at what now this dude is doing this by himself. So I'm not saying that one robbery is better than the other, but all y'all knuckleheads, y'all be ganged up and robbing people. This dude is by himself. You know what I'm saying?
New video just into the newsroom showing an armed suspect in action. Police say those victims were targeted for their expensive watches.
And now 2 suspects are in custody in connection.
Yo, he ran down on them while they was eating. Look at this. Look at how my man, listen, this dude is 100% street gorilla. You know what I mean? Look at how he runs down on them while they eating.
Video just into the newsroom showing an armed suspect in action. Police say those victims were targeted for their expensive watches.
And now 2 suspects are in custody in connection with these timely crimes. Local 10's Brett Neese.
Now, remember, he knows where these people are at already. He knows that they have a Rolex on. He followed these people right here.
It's live in Miami Beach with a closer look at this violent video. Brett.
Calvin and Nicole, this new video shows you exactly what happened as police have described it. And police say that 2 of these robberies happened just over the weekend. The 2 people that they have in custody right now, they also say have done this before. Multiple violent robberies caught on camera. Miami Beach police say 30-year-old Dwight Gustav is the suspect in both cases. In this clip, police say Gustav, armed with a gun, approaches his victim sitting at a table.
Damn.
The 2 struggle after police say Gustav demanded his high-end watch. Gustav then hits him several times in the back of the head before the watch falls to the ground. Gustav grabs it and takes off. In another video, outside the Fontainebleau Hotel, police say Gustav is spotted robbing another man of his watch.
He pointed a firearm at the victim's head while demanding his property, and he grabbed his watch.
Gustav was in court today where the judge read the details of several cases.
He's following the Uber driver who picks up people from various clubs.
Yo.
And then he goes and robs.
Listen, this is a guerrilla robber. You know what I'm saying? Super armed guerrilla robber. They said the watch just fell off.
Robs them at gunpoint and steals their fancy watch.
Police say Gustav and another suspect, 41-year-old Adria Banks, would show up at nightclubs in Miami Beach and Miami and look for people wearing
Now this is the lineup lady. She lining up people. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. So she's lining them up.
And another suspect, 41-year-old Adria Banks, would show up at nightclubs in Miami Beach and Miami and look for people wearing high-end watches. Once they selected their victim, they followed them and held them at gunpoint. Police say in one case, the watch they took was worth over $60,000. They searched Gustav's home and found another watch worth $140,000. And in yet another case,
the victim had their Audemars Piguet watch valued at $200,000 stolen.
Woo!
So Gustav is being held without bond. We learned in court today that he was released on a similar after committing similar crimes just a couple of months ago. Meanwhile, Banks is yet to appear in court. They were
See, let me tell you this. These robbers, right? I'm gonna tell you why they. Well, obviously they doing it for money, but they're robbing. I'm gonna just go back to the actual. They're robbing people. So I'm gonna just go back to the video. So this dude, they're robbing people in Miami, right? So traditionally, Miami is the place where everybody that's doing everything illegal goes and hangs out. They're robbing all these people with the expectations that they're not going to go to the cops because they might be doing illegal stuff themselves to get those watches. But there's a lot of business owners. When you go to Miami, it's a lot of people that get money legally, right? These people are robbing people with the expectations that the way that they got this watch is not legal. Let's just say that. So they might not go to the cops. But you're doing this on camera, clear as day, at a restaurant where everybody can see you. Now they lined them up. Obviously, they lined them up because we just watched the video. They just said the lady is scoping them out and setting them up and all that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta know when you're wearing a Rolex anywhere in the United States. Listen, for all y'all, coming from different countries, you gotta know. So listen, for all y'all, you're going to Miami. Let me put them on the screen real quick. Now I'm gonna leave that right there because he robbing my man right there. So for all of y'all that are not from the United States, you're like super green, which means like you're unaware. You know what I mean? If you come here and you flex and you got Rolexes and stuff like that, you gotta at least be looking at people to see if they're gonna follow you and all type of stuff. And you know what I mean? If you can get a license to carry, that comes along with that Rolex. If you got a $20,000 watch and up, right? They said the other watch was 200, right? You got a $200,000 watch. You can go do what it takes to get that license to carry, especially in Florida. You know what I'm saying? The watch on, gun on. It's easy. Watch on, gun on. The 1 and 2. Drawers and socks. Watch, gun. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a $200,000 watch, your gun has to be ready. You know what I'm saying? And that's anywhere in the United States. That's not just Miami. Really. And then, like I said, people go to these clubs to case out people. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like going to clubs. You know what I mean? Now, these two dudes, they were sitting at the restaurant, but they followed them from somewhere else. So this is an elaborate professional crime. But now these two people are in jail. The gorilla and the she gorilla is in jail. You know what I'm saying? But that definitely super robbers out here. You know what I mean? But they're definitely about to eat soap sandwiches in jail. So this is about awareness. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you look, this is all about awareness. Obviously, if you rob somebody, you going to jail. You know what I mean? So obviously you rob somebody, you going to Giselle. No Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Now let me go to another story here. Let's spin the block a little bit. They definitely spin the block to get them, but this is so it's just about awareness, man. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I led with that story because it's an awareness story, but it's some I don't even know what to click on first out here. It's some real life axe murder stuff about to happen. I'm about to show you. Let's just start with this one. This right here, listen. Now, this is the part of my show, right? If you got a sensitive stomach and you really can't handle what's going on out here, I'm just warning you. Super axe murderers out here, literally. Now, all right, let's see what happened. Now it says